My love of the Mana series started when I was a kid, playing games with my cousins on my family's Super Nintendo. Secret of Mana. It became one of those super nostalgic games that I have very fond memories of, and I remember getting super frustrated at too. Like those slime enemies that just dodge you a billion times, then they split into two, they dodge you, they split over and over again. There are two games that I have to show you that are inspired by the Mana series, and I think one of them might have already surpassed it, at least in my expectations. So let's start by taking a look at Alabaster Dawn. Alabaster Dawn is the next game from the creator of Crosscode, which is one of the best recent action RPGs by an indie developer. And if you haven't already played Crosscode, you should definitely give it a shot. The developers said that they were inspired by the Mana series and the creation of Crosscode, and it shows. In Alabaster Dawn, you see the next evolution of that inspiration. I don't know if I've been more excited by an indie game. Within the first 10 minutes of playing a demo, everything feels so great, from the presentation of the story, the gameplay, and of course the pixel art graphics. It hits the perfect symphony of nostalgia and modern sensibilities for me. The combat in the game is so smooth when you play it. It allows you to instantly dodge and also gives you the ability to parry right from the start. You can tell that these are very well thought out and implemented mechanics. And the premise of the world is already one that I'm inclined to be interested in. There's something about these post-apocalyptic situations that draws out my curiosity. And they tease a lot of things in the demo as well. There's this being called Nyx that started this whole thing. It turned the world shades of red and purple. I was already getting those Lavos feels from it. Maybe it's something that they also got inspired to do, to be similar to Chrono Trigger. And it wasn't completely dark or foreboding throughout either. There are these little sparks of hope, not just in the people that you meet, but also in the landscape. A green spot here and there has some sort of divine power that remains in it. Has me asking questions like, who are these gods that they're talking about? Why have they seemingly abandoned the people? I'm already finding myself interested in the lore of the game and the world. So I'd say that's really a big part of why I recommend everyone to go check out the demo of Alabaster Dawn for themselves. That, and I don't want to be the only one who's frustrated that they can't play the game just yet. Alabaster Dawn doesn't have a solid release date yet, but they've said they'll release in early access first, probably sometime in 2026, maybe early 2026. So keep an eye out for that. I may even post another video talking about it in the future. Next, we have Godshard Chronicles, which specifically calls out the Mana series and also Lunar and Zelda as inspirations, which sounds like a fantastic combination to me. This one emphasizes co-op, allowing a second person to come in and out at any time. And they've even got some talent from Japan in Noriyuki Iwadare, the composer of many classic JRPGs, including Grandia, Lunar, Langrisser, and Growlancer. They've also got John Truitt, the English voice actor who played Galleon in the Lunar games, and he's voicing a character. This one seems to be aligned much more closely with Secret of Mana and the original Super Famicom version of Trials of Mana in the visuals and the combat. You can even swap characters whenever you like if you're playing the game solo. And this was a Kickstarter game. They outlined a bit of what they want it to be like, and that with emphasis on exploration, side quests, all sorts of hidden bosses and secrets, but of course, the other side to Kickstarter games is that they don't always turn out to be great, and sometimes they don't release at all, but in this case it seems like they're doing a pretty good job of staying on track, though as of yet they don't have a set release date. Godshard Chronicles seems much more aimed at those that are nostalgic for the Super Nintendo era of games, so if that's something you're looking for, this should be a perfect game for you. The Mana series has gotten a bit of a revival also, with the release of not just the remake of Trials of Mana, but an all-new game in the series, which is pretty great, because this is a series I've always had a lot of nostalgia for. There's some really great games in it. If you haven't already checked out some of the older games, I would definitely recommend those, especially the original version of Trials of Mana. And another one that maybe doesn't get enough credit is Legend of Mana. It's this really weird, non-linear experience, but there's so much to it that makes it fun to explore, and it also has some of the most beautiful art in it with a very unique style. I do have to emphasize, Alabaster Dawn is one of the most exciting indie RPGs I've tried to demo for in a long time. Obviously, that isn't a guarantee that it'll be amazing from start to finish, but them having completed a game that is as highly rated as Crosscode should at least put this one on any RPG fan's radar. And the combat alone is enough for me to want to give the game a shot, but the presentation being this good has made it a game I probably plan to purchase day one. I don't say that often. I hope you enjoyed the video. For more game suggestions and content about RPGs of all kinds, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.